Good morning, students. Uh, we are starting with today's lesson. The topic for today's discussion is potential energy. Before I start this discussion, let me remind you what we have already finished. We have discussed what is the expression for a force that one charge exerts on the other, and this expression is K Q over R square. This is one charge. In various situations, this charge is usually large in magnitude, so we denote it by capital Q. This is the charge on which this charge exerts a force. It could be a small charge. Sometimes we refer to it as a test charge. So this charge, which could be large or small, but we, just to make it different from this charge, we denote it by small q. So this is the product of charges, is a constant K. We have discussed all these things. R is the separation between the two. The second quantity that we discussed was the electric field, which is force per unit charge, and the charge that we retain on this side is actually the main charge, the charge which has larger magnitude, larger size, so it has a field around it. Its strength is given at any position R from the charge Q. So a charge Q has an electric field E at any position R. We have discussed this in various situations, how this electric field variation in E with R. So electric field is clearly a variable because R could be any value. If it's very close to the charge Q, it's infinitely large electric field. But as we move further away from the charge, the strength of the field drops. This is true for both positive and negative charges. And with this, we have come to another useful concept, and this is potential energy. Potential energy is the work that we have to do in order to move a charge from infinity to a certain point to bring it in an electric field. So this is the work done in moving a charge. It could be charge Q, and usually it is small q, just like this small q is placed here. In this definition, we also use small q. So work done in moving a charge Q from infinity to a certain point in the electric field. In the electric field of any charge capital Q. Electric field of a charge Q. This means if you have a charge Q placed here, let's say this is a positive charge Q, and at a large distance from it, which is infinity, it may be a few centimeters in the cases of charges. Infinity simply means it is from the point of view of this charge, it is such a large distance that its field does not exist here. So this infinity may be a few centimeters or even millimeters in most cases. because charges act at a very small distance. So at infinity, the field ends, and if I have to move a charge, this is a small charge q. If I have to move this charge from infinity to a certain point, let's say this is the point P, and the position of this point from this charge is now R. This is R. The expression for this is minus, because clearly this is the negative work being done. You move this charge to this side, but the force is acting in the opposite direction. So this is this is the positive work done, because we have to apply a force in the direction in which we are moving. So this is a positive work done. So for positive Q, the potential energy is a positive quantity. So if this charge is positive and a positive charge, this charge is, test charge is always positive. This could be positive or negative, but this is always positive because this is part of the definition. Let me make a small change here. Work done in moving a positive charge Q. Positive charge Q from infinity to a point in the electric field of a charge Q. So this, the expression for this is usually it is denoted by U or capital E. Both symbols are used, either U or capital E with small p written. This is the notation for potential energy, and this is given by K Q Q over R. This is the potential energy of this charge Q that you have brought from infinity to a point P, which is R distance away from the charge capital Q. So you need to understand this expression. This is a positive quantity because we have applied a force in the same direction in which the charge is to be moved, because basically this was being repelled. So if we leave this charge on its own, it will move away from it. So potential energy will decrease when it moves away from it. So this is also evident from this expression that potential energy will decrease in this case, will decrease if the charge Q, if the charge Q is allowed to move towards infinity, towards infinity. That means as soon as we leave that charge on its own, we do not apply any force on it, we do not restrict its motion, we leave it to move freely, it will be pushed by this charge, it will move towards this side, towards infinity. The potential energy in this case will decrease. That means potential energy is increasing in this case, in this direction in which we are moving it, and potential energy decreases if we allow that charge to move away from it. This has an important relationship between potential energy and electric field. Electric field is in this direction for a positive charge. Let me draw that figure here. If I have a charge here, its electric field is like this. clearly the electric field is directed outward. It is directed from the charge to any position away from it. That means the electric field, the line which shows actually the motion of the charge when it is allowed to move freely. So if you place a charge at this position, suppose this is small q charge, if you place it here, it will move away from it. Electric field lines simply show us the direction along which a charge that we place at any point in that field would move. But as I said here, if I leave that charge here on its own, it moves away from this charge, and by moving away from the charge, its potential energy decreases. Here we see that potential energy is also decreasing, and electric field strength is also decreasing as you move away from the charge. So you see there is some relation between the potential energy and the electric field here. For positive charge, potential energy of the charge decreases. Potential energy for a positive charge, that is a quantity that decreases when we allow a charge to move on its own. So we clearly see that the positive charge, if I place here, will be repelled, it will moved away from it, and as a result its potential energy decrease. I will make a comparison between what happens when I have a negative charge here, and then I will relate it, the change in potential energy to the electric field, and there will be another equation that we'll discuss. But before that, let me discuss what happens if I replace this charge with a negative charge Q. Now, the definition of the potential energy remains unchanged. Even if you have a negative charge here, a positive charge small q is brought from infinity to a certain point P in the field of this charge. But I have changed this positive q to minus q, and this picture is also different now. Instead of the field outward, the field is now inward, because this is negative charge q now. And this expression also changes. While this is for positive charge, q, for negative charge minus q at the center of all this, this electric potential energy is a negative quantity now, k q q over r. That simply means that now if you move a positive charge q from infinity to this point, you actually hold it from accelerating it towards it, because there is an attractive force between a positive charge and a negative charge here. So you do not allow it to accelerate, you only hold it and allow it to move from infinity to a certain point by applying a force in the direction away from the charge and allowing the object to move from a certain distance from infinity to a point P. So that means displacement is in this direction and force is in that direction. So in the case of negative charge here, we are doing negative work on it. So according to this definition, the work is being done on it, but it's a negative work. So we have to put minus sign here. So this is an important difference in the case of charges. When you deal with the charges, you have to clearly understand what that charge is. If it is positive, the potential energy is a positive quantity, and if the charge is negative, it's a negative quantity. And positive negative charges here, actually the charge that you move is always positive to avoid any further confusion. That is kept positive always. What happens to the potential energy now? This is opposite to what we have discussed already. Now you can see that this positive charge, if I leave this charge on its own, being positive charge, it rushes toward the negative charge. And that is just like a mass falling towards the ground, and as a result, its potential energy decreases. So this is similar to the situation that we had in the gravity, in which potential energy decreases when the object moves towards the charge Q. This charge, if it is allowed to move, it moves toward that charge and its potential energy decreases. So in this case, potential energy increases. This potential energy increases with the increase with decrease in R. That means if you bring it, increases as R decreases. As R decreases. In the first case, as R decreases. Let me write it in terms of symbols. UP increases as R decreases. But this is opposite. Potential energy increases as R increases. That means if you have to increase its potential energy, you have to move it away from that charge, and wherever you leave it, it will move towards the charge. It is just like an object moving in the gravitational field with its height decreasing, and as a result, its potential energy decreasing. So this case is similar to what we discussed in the field of, in the case of gravitation. So this is more like gravitational potential energy, but this is different because this increases with the decrease in R, as it should be, because it's a positive number. So let's come to another important quantity, and then we'll relate electric field to that one. Another quantity which can be very quickly defined from it, and it's right time to define it here, that is electric potential at a point in the field, or simply potential in an electric field. That is usually denoted by phi. So what is the value of phi at a certain point is the work done in moving a unit positive charge. Just one word will change the concept. A unit positive charge, and this Q of course will be removed now. A unit positive charge from infinity to a point in the electric field of a charge Q, this quantity will be potential at a point. So potential energy and potential, they are slightly different concepts. They have different units. Potential energy was work. It is measured in joules. This is potential energy per unit charge. So work done in moving a unit positive charge means work per unit charge. So this is joules per coulomb. So joule per coulomb is the unit for this quantity. A potential, since this is defined like this, so Q comes to this side of the equation, and this is known as phi. For positive charge, it is a positive quantity. Potential is positive at all points in the field. So if I have a charge here, and this is its field, this is for positive charge first, at all points we have values of potential, but those points which are equidistant from this, at that circle or a sphere, to be more accurate, we have the same value of potential at all points. It has a significance. If I say that potential or potential energy is same at all points on a spherical surface, if I imagine that surface in a field, charges can move from one point to any other without any expense of energy. We don't have to spend any energy in order to move a charge from this point to this point, because we are not moving along the field or against the field, so no expense of energy or no gain or loss of energy is involved here. Similarly, potential remains the same at all these points if they are equidistant from the charge Q. So for positive charge and for negative charge, the values of potential remain the same if you are at the same distance from the charge capital Q, whether it is positive or negative. But like potential energy, phi is clearly increasing if you make R small. So what was true for potential energy is also true for potential when it comes to its increase or decrease in value. Similarly, phi should increase. Phi should increase if you increase R, but the condition is the charge here at the center should be negative charge. So this is how you should remember things for different signs of the charges. What is the relationship between electric field and potential? That is important because they ask that question very frequently. For that, you need to understand one last thing, and that is gradient in potential. Gradient in potential is grad phi. It's not negative quantity. This is grad phi is gradient in phi. Gradient in phi is a vector quantity. Although phi itself, the potential, electric potential, is a scalar quantity, but gradient in potential, which is a vector quantity, it tells us in the direction in which the potential increases. We see the potential is on the rise. Potential is increasing. Let's say it is positive here. Potential is increasing if R decreases. So in this case, if it is positive, potential increases as you move the charge towards this, because you have a positive charge here. If you move that small positive charge towards this charge, its potential will increase. But electric field has this direction. So electric field, which is already a vector quantity, it has this direction, but gradient of phi, which is a vector now, it has this direction. So that means electric field is actually opposite in direction, but equal to the gradient in phi. You will remember this, that the change in potential divided by the distance, that is actually the gradient in phi. So this is delta phi over delta R. This is E. So if potential is increasing as you move towards it, the gradient is given in this manner. We calculate the change in potential, then we divide it by the change in distance through which we have moved. This quantity will always give us the electric field in magnitude there, and this is exactly opposite in direction to the field. As I said, gradient grad phi is a vector, and in this case its direction is towards the charge, and that is of course opposite to the direction of the positive charge, the field of the positive charge, which is outward. So grad phi, which is a vector, is opposite in direction. So negative psi indicates actually the direction are opposite. And how we calculate electric field at a position in the field? We calculate change in potential divided by the distance through which we have moved. So delta phi over delta r is grad phi, and it is related to electric field through this equation. So this is the last thing that I have discussed. I will give you questions related to this. I'll try to discuss a question, at least one question, in the next lesson, I mean tomorrow, so you understand how we apply this equation. But before I give you questions related to this, you can try a few questions related to the forces, the electric field. I have already shared with you a worksheet. I hope you have already completed it. Thank you.